And we're going to be working with the wood element tonight. So while we start off, let's just stand in a nice Wuji posture, Tai Chi Qigong posture, empty posture, but feeling your feet rooted. Soft knees, ankles, tailbone drop down, chin tucked in and head lifted up to the sky. And just settle in. And as we do the wood element, we think of rooting into the ground like the tree. And we think of our head reaching up to the sky. So the wood rises because it's grounded at the bottom, and that's what we can do as well. So wood is seen as the element that it represents spring on the outside and the liver on the inside. And we think about growth and resilience, with the spring coming, and change, being able to be resilient with change. And the liver is said to be the general of the qi, in that it governs the free flow of qi throughout the body. Liver opens in the eye, so we think about clarity of vision. And when the liver is happy, generosity, kindness, and creativity. The liver governs the tenons and the sinews of the body. So if you're very stiff around the joints, sort of creaky, stiff in your tendons, then you need to look at your liver. Liver is damaged by stress of the mind, stress in the body as well. And what else do we need to say to you about that? All right, so basically governing the free flow of qi in the body. So they're saying the liver is the general of the qi, the lung is the commander of the qi, and the heart is the mother of qi. So each organ has a different dimension of control and how it works with the qi in the body. So you're standing, feeling yourself rooting, feel yourself lifting up like a tree, and just notice that the rising up because you're rooted in the ground, just like the trees. And then if you've ever, I'm sure you've all flown over trees, but you've seen some beautiful drone footage of trees, you know what it looks like at the top of the tree. It's just a whole nother world altogether. So imagine above your head, or your head being the crown of the qi, just like you've got the crown of your head. All right, so the liver is a solid organ, so it's called the Zhang organ, and its partner is the gallbladder. So the gallbladder is the hollow organ that goes with the liver. So that's your fu organ, Zhang fu. So the liver is starting just between the first and second toe, coming up along the inside of the leg towards the pubis, and then going out and coming in just below the nipple, a little bit lower down. But it has an internal branch as well. So from the pubic area that goes right in through the body and opens up at DU20, this very important point that we often bring our hands towards, or our thumbs towards, called Bai Hai, which is a point which is used really in every single acupuncture treatment. It's so smoothing. So we talk about the liver being governing free flow of qi. So by putting a needle in here, you help to govern that free flow of the qi. The gallbladder, so we say the liver opens in the eye, and of course you've got the gallbladder, its river to the big lake of the liver, starts just by the eye, goes back down towards the ear, up along the forehead, coming down again, and then coming down the neck, front of the arms, and then down the side of the body, all the way down, 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 past the knee, and between the little toe and the fourth toe. That is where your gallbladder finishes. So we'll start off for a stretch for the gallbladder meridian, and we're going to do a side stretch, one arm hanging down, one arm going up towards the sky, and think about the flexibility of the tree, the rootedness of your feet, and your crown going to the sky, and feel as if somebody is holding you up by your wrist, so that you're hanging down from the wrist, and at the same time let the arm on the other side just dangle down there. Just feel that release, opening up the whole of your gallbladder meridian along the side, the stretched side there, and then slowly change around, opposite arm up, feeling as if somebody is grabbing your arm. Maybe you're in the water and they're going to pull you out of the water, or you're hanging over a cliff and they're holding on to you. But think about something that's not too dangerous, something that's not too challenging, but allow the opposite arm just to dangle down there and your head go to the side there as well. Knowing that the gallbladder meridian is coming up along the neck to the ear and to the eyes there. And then let's just do a gentle transition from one side to the other. Breathe in and out a few times each time being aware that you're hanging like a puppet hanging down, and change over. Maybe breathe in, breathe out to one side, and then swap. Really dangle the other side down and over. And come back. Right, hands on your belly. And we're going to do some belly breathing. So as we're breathing into the belly, the diaphragm from its dome shape is going to push down. And as you breathe out, the dome shape is going to come back. So it's like a pump going up and down. So what we're going to do as we belly breathe here is we're going to be massaging the liver. The liver's on your right side. It's a big organ, okay, sitting behind the ribs there. So let's just give the liver a bit of massage in your own time. Breathe in and out through the nose if you can. And let your breathing be long, slow, and deep. And exhaling a little bit longer than your inhale, so that you shift your body and your physiology towards parasympathetic, your rest and digest, tend and befriend. Especially because we know the liver gets a little bit troubled if there's a lot of anxiety or stress in our mind. So this long exhale here is great to start shifting that. So as you're breathing, just thinking about the liver. In Western terms, the liver is about 500 different functions in the body. And all the blood of the body gets cleansed going through the liver. The liver removes toxins from the blood. And the liver is also very involved in metabolism of the body, particularly your sugar metabolism and your fat metabolism. And apparently when you sleep, a quarter of all the blood volume in the heart, that the heart pumps, is in the liver the whole night. It's so busy. Because we know that at nighttime, that's when the organs repair themselves and do all that restorative work, when we're not running around. Put your hands under your ribs and let's do some chi belt breathing. Again, we're going to be very directly over the liver here. So breathing in, push your hands away. Just relax into your out breath. Breathing in. Give the diaphragm a bit of resistance. So it has to push down a little bit harder, and then it relaxes up a little bit further. Again, just massaging your gallbladder and your liver, and at the same time your spleen on the opposite side. So the one thing the liver can really suffer from is stagnation of the liver. Stagnation of the liver, you may find that you've got dry eyes, burny eyes. You may find that you've got pain on the side of your body, particularly in the sort of upper chest area. And if you find yourself just being very reactive to people, speaking very sharply to somebody, or if you're just a bit overreactive, that can definitely be liver. So we talk about liver rising, and very often with liver stagnation, or what can happen after stagnation, is liver fire and then big headaches. Right, so we're going to do a little movement that is going to just circle around from the liver. It will come across the spleen as well. So just circling out a few times, smoothing the external vibration maybe of the liver, because we know that our body doesn't just have energetic footprint inside, it has it outside as well. So we'll just clear through that. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to trace down the 2 meridians. So we'll start with the liver. No, I think let's start with the gallbladder. It's closer to where our hands are at the moment. So we'll start with the gallbladder. We'll come up to outside of the eyes, and we go to the ears, and then up to the forehead, and then we come down the side of the neck, the front of the pectoral muscles, and down the side of the body, all the way down, 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 outside of the knee, just inside your fibular head, and all the way down to between the 4th and the 5th toe, and then come around between the big toe and the 2nd toe, inside of the leg, coming up to your liver meridian, coming past the groin here, along the side, and then just back under the nipple there. Let's go up to the gallbladder 1 here, to the ears. See why you get headaches, back onto your throat and around down the neck. This is where we knock when we do knocking the door, like gallbladder 31, which gives you clarity. Down the front of the pecs, side of the body, all the way down the outside of the legs to the outside toes, and then come across to the liver, and up you come inside of the legs, groin a little bit outside, and back to just below the nipples there. Right. So a flow that you all know quite well is repulse monkey. And this is to clear stress from the liver, to make space for the good qualities of the liver, which are creativity, kindness, generosity. So we don't have time for any of those things if it's stuck full of stress, whether it's emotional stress or mental stress or stress from the outside world as well, of which there is a lot, often. So hands, chi balls to start off with, and then bringing one arm back while the other arm's forwards, arms facing the sky, turn to with the hand behind you. So you bring your hand back past your head and then clear. So if you're clearing any stress off your body, and change hands. Opening up as you look back and coming forwards, the out breath through the mouth. Dropping the stress so that you can gather any kind of amazing chi that is better than the chi you had in your body. No, it could be from the trees, probably from the trees around you. I'm sure they are filled with beautiful chi for you. And remembering that your out breath is the in breath of the tree, and the out breath of the tree is your in breath. So we live in a mutual, is it called a symbiosis, I think. Megan will know. So opening up as you look back and clearing as you go forwards. Bend your knees a little bit, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, just in your own time. And maybe you can think of something you want to drop. Maybe it was your rush to get to class, or paying a traffic fine, or sweeping your house, just anything that's going to lead to more clarity. So we make space for the good chi. So Qigong is how to use your chi wisely, and using your chi wisely is getting rid of the stagnant chi that's just blocking the enlivening chi coming in. So we're going past the face because you now know that the gallbladder meridian is coming past the eye, down to the ear, side of the head. So if you had a headache, this would be a very good clearing maneuver to do, coming out. And come back to your chi ball, holding your chi ball and connecting the lao gong point in the center of both your palms and your thumbs and all your fingers. So we've cleared a lot of chi and we've been massaging the liver and we've been stretching the gallbladder channel. But we know that the liver is looking after the sinews and the tendons and the joints. So we're going to do a movement called pulsing, which is going to be really good and strengthening. So just go down as far as your body is happy and do not strain anything if you're not in a good condition to do this exercise. Okay, so we start in horse stance. Got our ball here. And when we sink down, your feet are going to turn slightly out and your knees go in direction of your big toe and your first toe. You're going to sit with your bottom back a little bit so that you sit as you crouch there. And as you come down, hands are open. You relax your belly, relaxing your core, and you relax your pelvic floor. So everything's soft and hangy. But as you come up, you pull your pelvic floor in, you pull your tummy muscles in as you come up, and you bring your hands together. And it's as if you're riding a horse, that this is a strong movement, and it's with an in-breath. So that's breathe out, let everything go. And go out through your mouth if you like. Breathe in through the nose, tighten your pelvic floor, tighten your core muscle, bring hands together. Breathe out, soften everything. So it's if you're sitting down through your hips, breathing in, pelvic floor in. Very good for your pelvic floor exercise. This. Breathe out and open and go down. Breathing in, pelvic floor, core in. Without moving your legs, tighten your adductor muscles there and relax everything as you go down. In. So of course, we thought about the roots growing down and keeping us stable, but we think of the imagery of wood, of course, is a tree. So we're thinking of our body being the trunk of the tree. So we want our body to be strong. So this is very nice to strengthen the core, strengthen the trunk. And then you can have these lovely flexible arms that can blow in the wind. Breathing in, tighten, 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 hold. Breathing out, let everything loosen. Breathing in, tighten, tighten, tighten. Let go. Another two more. Pull in. Relax. Pull in as you breathe in. Relax and let it go. Notice how your hands feel. Notice if you've got any tingling or buzzing in your hand. You're starting to generate a little bit of bioelectronic biomagnetism here. So we're going to move into, still staying in a little bit of horse riding stance, into punching. So we've done punching before. And so we punch with the open hand, we turn and we pull back, punch, turn and pull back. So what we're going to add to this one, because we're doing the liver and the gallbladder, and we know these channels go along the side of the body. As we come in, you actually rub the side of the body. And as you go out, you can push past it and come back and rub. So just adding that little bit of extra kind of wakening up to the meridian. All right, whenever we punch with the out breath. And because the liver opens in the eye, we're doing a very focused punch there. In actual fact, we're going to punch and then open, okay? Punch and then open. And the significance of this exercise coming into liver as well is liver is about being appropriately angry when you need to be, but not to be inappropriately angry. So when we've got a lot of stagnation, then it's easy just to lose it. But we don't want to be so floppy that we don't do anything when it needs to be done. So it's having appropriate anger. And that's the strength of that strong trunk of the tree as well. So off we go. That's an out breath. In, in, in. Let your eyes be focused on one point. Soften your knees so that you go into a little bit of a squatting position there, or horse stance. Fierce eyes. So being strengthening the liver, this is going to strengthen your joints. So it is a move that is given to people with arthritis to strengthen their joints. And relax. Hands together. And we're going to go into some shaking. So we talk about flexibility and resilience. So I know there's going to be some good shaking in Forest there. Because I've seen David's form of shaking is fantastic. Just don't fall down the mountain. Okay. So our sounds, the liver sounds. So we've got 3 sounds. We've got the audible sound, which, well, like for the lungs, is a Z sound, which vibrates with the lungs. And with the liver, that sound is SHU. So, and that's going to vibrate with the actual physicality of your liver. So breathing in and shoo. Do 3. Shoo. And then we're going to go on to the whisper sound, which is SH. And SH, that is going to be helping to cleanse the emotional part of the liver. So any frustration, anger, irritation that you're hanging on to, clear that out. Then we've got the whisper sound, or the hidden, that was the whisper. Next one down is the hidden sound. And the hidden sound is the sound, but we make it as if we're saying the sound, but no sound comes out. And that is said to cleanse the consciousness and the spirit. So let's do 3 of those. And relax. So we've been working on the wood element, the liver, and the springtime. Now we've just come from winter into the birth of spring. And so the water element, which is the winter element of the kidney, will actually promote the spring. So we'll do 1 water element movement to promote and strengthen our transition into spring. Although we're into spring already, but we're still in spring, we're not in midsummer yet. And so we're going to do the deer. So the deer we've done before, and the one we're going to do is we're going to make little antlers. So 3rd and 4th finger in, there's your antlers. And we pop our hands to the side. We're going to step forwards with the 1 foot on your heel, and then bring your antlers across and bring your weight onto your front foot. And you're going to engage your antlers as you turn here. So 1 hand comes behind, the other one above your head, and the antlers are going to be facing each other. And you're going to look at your opposite heel as you come over. Hold that position. Bring your arms up, step back, Antlers across to the other side. Step forward on your heel. As you come over, bring your weight onto that front leg. One elbow goes into your hip, other one across. Turn your head to look behind. And we're looking for the stillness of the deer in the forest here. The stillness and the grace of the deer coming up, coming back. Antlers to the other side. Step forwards on your heel. As you come across, bring your weight onto the front leg, antlers around, and keep your balance as you look at your back heel there. Hands are facing each other, antlers facing each other. Coming back. Opposite side. Step forwards, heel, weight forwards, swing around. Elbow in at your side, antlers facing each other, looking at the opposite heel, keeping your balance, keeping your silence. Imagining that you're in that wood. Some of you are in that wood today. And coming back and down. We'll do our classical liver flow, which is tree sways in the wind. So this one's all about your hip movement. So you're facing forwards, you're going to turn to the side, and you're going to turn back. So we're holding a ball down here. It's like lower tree position there, just below the dantian. As we shift our weight and turn, our hands come round. They come up, tracing their gallbladder meridian, coming towards that center point, which is where the liver comes out at the top of the head. That do you point, turn your hips, open and come down. Have a little pause each time where the breath is still. So turn, breathe in, turn, breathe out. Pause the breath. Turn, breathe in, pause the breath, turn, breathe out. Turn, up you come. Turn, and breathe out. Turn, tracing the gallbladder as you come up. Breathe out. Turning. Rooted in the ground. Strong tree trunk. Flexible arms. Turn. Come up. Back. Coming down, we're going to go straight into tree standing. So we know that our healing sounds are very strengthening and cleansing to the body, but our standing postures are very empowering. They're called postures of power, and each element has its own posture. So hands are facing a little bit down towards the liver there. Put your weight slightly more on your heels. Tuck your tailbone in, elbows dropped. And if you can, close your eyes or just keep them lightly closed, looking at about a 45-degree angle in front of you. And allow your breathing to drop into the belly. And think about where your liver is, on the right side of the body, behind those last ribs. Big organ. We know that the liver can recover. They can even transplant livers these days. So Taoist would say, smile to the organ. So smile to your liver. Color of the liver is a brilliant green, brilliant emerald green. So imagine brilliant emerald green liver. Taoist spoke about the jewels that you had in your body. So this was your emerald. And imagine a hazy green light emanating from the liver, spreading through the body, up to your arms, your back, your head, down your lower back and your legs, down your knees to your feet. Just as we know we've got that bioenergetic field inside of us, allow that green light to float its way out into the universe around you. When we're doing Qigong, we are pulling in the energy from nature and the earth and the sky, but we're also giving back, maybe helping to smooth a little bit of that Qi on the outside, in the outside world. Drop your hands slowly, and we're going to just do 1 or 2 cleanses, just settling the Qi, coming down, as if you're combing through Qi in front of your body, getting your mind, your emotions, and your body balanced and connected. Go to 45 degrees and cleanse to the center. 45 degrees. Feel as if you're standing on a waterfall, and then 90 degrees all the way down, and just allowing that water to pour down through your body and your mind and your emotions. And down, and just one more central breathe in and breathe out. Let your hands settle just below your navel, your dantian. Dantian is seen as your dantians, because the 3 of them are seen as your sort of store cupboard, where you put this extra energy that you might need a little bit later on. So you pack it full each time you do your Qigong. Just notice your feet on the ground, your balance. Notice the temperature of the air around you. Any sounds around. Allow your face to soften. Space between the eyebrows, soft jaws. Drop your hands. Good. Thank you for joining Spring Qigong and embracing resilience for the rest of your week.